And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Sandworm, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Slashdome Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing his new team, Twisted Minds. It is herO. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Coming into this, it's going to be a lot closer here. Coming into MaxPax and Shin, MaxPax, he was favored, 100%. But between these two, it is a lot less clear-cut here, as we have often seen herO and MaxPax trade blows, go back and forth in series and matches. In the past, I would have said that MaxPax was favored. In the past, I would have said that MaxPax has the best PvP in the world. That has since changed coming into the new patch. MaxPax, I should say MaxPax's opener. MaxPax's opener has become a lot more prevalent, a lot more mainstream, a lot more meta. And we often see herO emulating MaxPax, if not even out-greeting MaxPax in this matchup as well. It's really interesting to see the evolution of PvP, specifically since November. It has been fascinating, as PvP has changed very drastically since what it looked like a year ago, at least when it comes to like the upper echelons of players. As for now, we have our Gate Cybercore opener. So herO, he's going for a faster economy. So is MaxPax. Mirrored builds. So we do have mirrored builds here. And this is what I'm referring to. If you're familiar with PvP, you will know that very often PvP would be MaxPax going for this opener and often defending its all-ins. That would just be the dynamic for years, I would say. Nowadays, though, again, ever since the latest patch, that is no longer the case. As you can see, herO, he does take the faster Nexus. So it's Gate into Cybercore into faster Nexus out of herO. herO, he is out-greeting MaxPax. This is a very common dynamic between the two players. MaxPax instead going for a faster Stargate and a delayed Natural. So this should lead into Phoenix Wars. herO, he goes for a slightly later Stargate, but he knows the Stargate is on the way, so herO should be making Phoenixes. Now, what is dangerous here is that MaxPax, oh no, he scouted. MaxPax, he also scouted, he should be making Phoenixes as well. So welcome one and all to Phoenix Wars. This is how Phoenix Wars are made, how they're born. Both players went Stargate, both players scattered each other, and both players should be making Phoenixes. Now, you can try to get away with oracles, but it is so difficult because, again, you're reliant on avoiding the Phoenix, somehow getting across the map and dealing critical damage. It is almost impossible to do. And Phoenix production has begun. Meanwhile, MaxPax does rally his first units across the map, trying to get damage done early on. Adepts are in position, and herO should defend. Okay, he will defend. He may lose a probe though. Yeah, one probe goes down. Oh, we're losing an Adept. So far, nice pickups there from MaxPax, as the game will settle. Now, when it comes to Phoenix Wars, there are certain power spikes. We bring this up all the time, but we do have a power spike when it comes to the second Stargate. So we'll see who gets a second Stargate first and who starts double Phoenix production. Speaking of, there it is, second Stargate for MaxPax and second Stargate for herO. MaxPax, he is slightly ahead by only a couple of seconds. I wouldn't say it's the biggest of deals though. It's not worth one Phoenix, so with that, we do have more or less evenly timed Stargates. Now, the next big power spike is going to be the Fleet Beacon. There's going to be the Fleet Beacon with, of course, the Annual Pulse Crystals with Phoenix range. The other big power spike is with the Mothership as well. We could try to outposition each other early on, but it is very difficult. So the goal would be to try to catch reinforcing Phoenixes, try to outposition your opponents, and get in between your opponent's army and their production. Speaking of MaxPax, he's moving out. The Phoenix count is neck and neck, as he is stacking. Army is revealed. Gets the Adept. Nice pickup. Okay, calm down. Does get the Adept. herO throwing down some Spotted Pylons. Spotted Pylons are so crucial in this matchup just because Phoenixes don't shoot down. So Pylons, they're here to stay, and they give you so much vision. Meanwhile, the armies, they do stack. No engage yet. Now, stacking is crucial in PvP, sorry, in Phoenix versus Phoenix, just because if you don't stack, then some of your Phoenixes, they just won't attack. They'll be too far away. If you let them spread, then when it comes to the first fight, half your Phoenixes won't even get a shot off. So stacking is crucial to make sure you get the most amount of DPS possible in the fight. We'll see who dives in first. herO, he wants to fight. Oh, doesn't quite go for it. He pokes in, he pokes away. Try to catch his opponent off guard. Phoenix count in favor of MaxPax. He does engage. MaxPax losing. Oh, almost won. Yeah, rough start for MaxPax. He has to get the hell out of here. As herO, he does barely outtrade. Yeah, he collapses in. And herO, he should win this fight. Yeah, the first volley was brutal. Reinforcements though on the way. MaxPax trying to hold on, but nah, it's too late. It's too late. herO, he will overwhelm, and herO, he will take it. He will take it. One bad fight is all it takes. herO, he overwhelms the Phoenixes, forces him back. Reinforcements are on the way. But herO will chase down the final Phoenix. From here, he has to evacuate. He has to get out of here. Yeah, and he's just up. He's just perpetually ahead of Phoenixes. Now moving in. Camp the production. Just camping those Stargates. MaxPax, he attempts to surround. Nice surround. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Ay. It's still just so brutal here. Does pull away. Nice target firing. Doesn't quite get the Phoenix. With reinforcements, MaxPax, he is holding. Oh my god. Yeah, shield whatever he's done. MaxPax does hold. Here he has to pull away. The Phoenix count is neck and neck once again, so very impressive defense here by MaxPax. Again, it was so important that he just bought time. He bought time, he hit his Phoenixes, he waited for the production to kick in. And for the shield battery as well, so MaxPax, he survives. Whew, okay, he does survive. Now from here, we do see MaxPax with a faster fleet beacon, so herO, he got a little bit too excited. We have a bit of a back and forth. herO, he does have slightly faster bases. MaxPax has faster fleet beacon, faster annual pulse crystals. Again, things are looking dire for MaxPax, but he did survive. And now, Phoenix range. Phoenix range is on the way. A big power spike here for MaxPax. herO, he is late with his own Phoenix range. Yeah, so herO, he got too excited. He got too excited, man. Now, Phoenix range, that does ensure that MaxPax, he gets the first shot. He will get the first shot off, assuming he makes use of this timing. Bearing in mind that there is a small window. Phoenix range is on the way for herO as well, so there's a small window in time where MaxPax can try to take advantage of this upgrade. Otherwise, it'll just even up. As both ways are stacking. Phoenix range is finishing, and MaxPax is not being aggressive. He's not moving out. So it looks like, even though he has the upgrade, herO, he will catch up. He will catch up in the upgrade. Now from here, the next big timing is going to be the mothership. As herO, he's actually being active. He's moving out. Once again, you can see he's fishing for Phoenixes. Gets a probe. Up! Gets 3. 3 probes go down. Getting a 4th, getting a 5th. Nice economic damage. MaxPax trying to catch him out. herO does stack in time. Oh! Does commit. They do trade. They trade back and forth. herO, he does have a Phoenix lead. He still maintains it from earlier. And herO, he does outtrade. Does outtrade MaxPax. herO up to 12. MaxPax is down to 9. Ay. Shield batteries, they help support the army at times, but with this many Phoenixes, they're not really too applicable. And MaxPax, he's behind. I mean, he was behind from earlier, but MaxPax is up against the wall. Not impossible to recover, but so difficult. Yeah, as herO, he commits in. Gets another volley off. And he can just bully. Yeah, this one he can chase. Can't chase him down. He's up, what, 6 Phoenixes? Ay. Up so many. Who even needs the mothership? Yeah, middle line going down as well. MaxPax, he cannot fight this head on. And with that, herO, he will take the fight once again. Just dominating the skies, dominating the air. GG gets called, and herO, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. herO, he does take a lead in the series. Does take a lead. Again, MaxPax, unfortunately, he had some really rough engagements. He was caught out of position a couple of times. I'm referring to even the first fight where herO was able to take a lead. He was able to take a 1 Phoenix lead from there. And again, he got some extra shots off or some first volleys off as well when it came to catching MaxPax out of position at that 4th location, just bullying the economy and just catching him out. The Pants, they were a little bit down, Pappy. They were a little bit down. With that, GG well played. herO does take a lead, and now we're getting into game number 2. MaxPax had never won a Phoenix War against herO, right? No, he has. I would say that they have a really interesting dynamic. herO, he used to have, I would say, a better win rate against MaxPax maybe a month ago, if you remember, where herO, he was very cheekily just rushing to a really fast 2nd Stargate, and then MaxPax caught on to that. I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago, sort of thing. Like MaxPax, he has beaten herO before, but it's very close between the two of them. Still very close, and here we go. I want to say it was I think 2 weeks ago in El Dorado. I think we've seen MaxPax beat herO in Phoenix Wars. But here we go, spawning in the left-hand corner of Ultra Love. We have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming down in the series. We'll see if he can recover, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss. Of representing Twisted Minds, it is herO. Someone who has really impressive Phoenix Wars, actually, and really impressive, that kind of game state is Showtime. I've seen quite a lot of Showtime versus MaxPax, where they also end up in that scenario, and Showtime, he also looks actually pretty crazy in Phoenix Wars and PvP. It's a rare sight, you don't often see it, but at least Showtime did leave a lasting impression in my mind. Now though, we are going to be settling in. And once again, we should be going for the same kind of game state. Right now, we do have a gate cyber into Nexus here from both players on the high ground. This should lead into, herO going for the faster Nexus. Very greedy, very greedy. Gate expand out of herO. This is the greediest build you can go for in PvP. And we'll see how MaxPax responds. We'll see if he can punish. As there's a Cybercore. So herO, he will have the economic lead. We mentioned this at the start of game 1, but this is very often the dynamic between the two players. herO is often greedier. He's often greedier. He's often forcing MaxPax to respond to him instead. Again, I mentioned earlier how the dynamic and the meta in PvP has changed quite a bit, and this is a part of that as well, where often it would be MaxPax being the quote-unquote greedier player and forcing reactions out of his opponent, but herO, he's now often doing the opposite to MaxPax, where he's just forcing these reactions. Meanwhile, gas steal in the main, let's go. I mean, the gas steal is nice. The problem is because of the faster Nexus, it doesn't matter. herO, he can just take the low ground gas instead. Meanwhile, Stargate open out of MaxPax. We should be seeing a Stargate out of herO as well. Now, what this Gas Geyser will do is it will force out a Zealot, or it should force the first unit to be more defensive and be stuck at her. As here, he has to use that Stalker to deal with that Gas Geyser. The Stargate's almost done. herO, he did Pylon Block, of course. Can he go for the Cybercore? Nope, not quite. So no Cybercore, but does go for the Pylon. And it looks like herO, he's not going into Phoenix Wars. He is aware of what his opponent is up to, and herO, he's going to respond with a ground army instead. He has, as I mentioned, MaxPax, he has beaten herO in Phoenix Wars. Plenty of times. Just because they played plenty of times as well. There's a lot of data when it comes to herO versus MaxPax. There's a lot of games, a lot of matches over the years, as they faced very often. Faced quite often. Twilight Council open out of herO, going into Blink. The initial gateway army has arrived. Shield battery is done here for herO. But this is still just a really tight defense here for herO. As for now, he's busy in the main. Oracle dives in, gets 1, gets 2, gets 3 probe kills already. Shield battery is late. Yeah, late shield battery out of herO. He gets punished. And just like that, MaxPax, he's recovering. He's not there yet. MaxPax is still down in workers quite heavily, actually. But MaxPax, he's recovering. good start with the Oracle, I should say. Second Oracle in between the bases. Shield batteries are now done for herO. One sentry holding the line. Oh! Oracle is forced back. Oracle is zoned away. herO does defend. Shout out to the sentry, by the way. The sentry was doing all that DPS by itself. on its own. The Zealot, the Adept, the Stalker. The herO sentry. Of course, the sentry no longer tickles, in PvP specifically. Sentry actually has some decent DPS. Nice force fields, takes down the Zealot. Behind this, a blink is on the way for both players. And we are getting out of Phoenix Wars. Let's go. He doesn't notice. Stasis goes off. Massive connection. Whew, nice bait there from MaxPax. Does catch the army. MaxPax rushing into a fast third. Again, MaxPax has been behind economically the entire game. He's going to be catching up with that third, if not overtaking. herO going for his third. Going for his own third base. Stage trap into the middle line. Gets denied. Quick reaction. Stage trap into the main. Likewise. Oh, herO, he won't be able to deny. It's massive connection. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, he didn't get the surround in time. herO getting called out. And MaxPax, he's in this game. It's back in this. herO behind this going into charge. Charge on the horizon. Going for his own forge and +1. As 2 Oracles, they can one-shot probes. 3, another 4 probe kills. Very nice damage. MaxPax does take a lead. herO hoping to try to catch out these, the Oracles, but they recall home in time. To recall home. As we're settling in, MaxPax, he is in a better position. He has a higher probe count. He has better saturation. Likewise, I believe, higher Stalker count as well. Yep, he has more Stalkers. Does catch the Observer. Keen eyes at a MaxPax. And herO, he's risking it all here, going for the Dark Shrine. So DT's on the way. Now, MaxPax, he does have the Oracles, and this is a big part of PvP nowadays as well. We spoke about how the PvP matchup has changed quite a lot in the latest patch, and because of the strength of the NG overcharge, because of the change, now Oracles are that much more important, and now we have a field of stasis traps. You can be even more defensive here, at least with MaxPax's playstyle of going for the Stargate opener, as we have stasis traps all over the place. As MaxPax collapsing in, setting up another trap. Another trap towards the left-hand side. herO, he does notice. You know, more traps on the way. MaxPax moving in between the bases. Does threaten the main. herO, he tries to bait at the stasis blindly. Oh. Blindly trying to bait him out. Dark Templar have warped in. See, they're trying to avoid the main army as well. They are attempting to. Main army's going to be clashing. Did MaxPax notice? Double Oracle into the main. Spending the energy. No revelations. Uh-oh. Yeah, Rover's on the way for MaxPax. DTs are welling in. 0 detection back at home. Probes are going to be going down. You got 6 probes, but it may not matter. There's the recall. You got 1 DT here into the third, 1 into the natural, and 1 into the main base. Probes are going down. MaxPax scrambling for a defense. DTs are on A move. They're attacking Zealots. Oh my god, that stasis does connect. Grazing the army. So far, 12 probe kills. Getting into 13, 14, 14 workers going down. MaxPax is out of position. herO moving in. Uh-oh, another stasis. Oh. Another stasis here is gonna connect. A brutal connection. And MaxPax, he will take the fight. He'll force herO back. Takes down the Immortal. herO's in trouble. And herO's gonna have to recall to get out of here. And even then, not gonna be easy. He'll save, what, 4 Stalkers. Stasis runs out. herO still moving in. This time, no stasis traps. Catching out some of those Zealots. Immortal does get the hell out of here. Does pull away. herO bleeding out a lot of units. MaxPax has an overwhelming ground army. Yeah, and MaxPax, he may just go for the kill. herO needs more Warpins, needs more time. Has to race back. No shield batteries. DT's moving out once again. Okay, we have shield batteries here at the 4th. Backup shield batteries on the way. Still gonna be a tough defense, so the Immortal goes down. Prism goes down as well. MaxPax so close to breaking herO. Stasis goes off on the Zealots. More stasis traps on the way. Catching another Immortal. Another Immortal goes down. Ay, ay, ay. And herO just cannot keep up. Not anymore. Is going for the warp in. Is trying to buy some time. Zealots do a great job tanking, but there's barely any Zealots. Stasis runs out. And MaxPax, he should have enough. He should have enough here. There is a reinforcing Immortal though. True. Oh no! That's every time. The stasis. Stasis goes off. Boys are being pulled. MaxPax, he will not deny the warp in. Okay, that was finished. herO, he's holding on. He's holding. He has more probes. He's trying to hold on. Now they just cannot keep up. There's just too much momentum here for MaxPax. The Immortal goes down. MaxPax gets one more Immortal. Not going for the other. Does take a lot of hits in the process. herO trying to pull off this defense, but he just barely has an army. Yeah, boys being pulled once again. herO, he'll lose that economic lead. Nice trades though. That's gonna be 16 probe kills. You know, MaxPax now is catching up on those upgrades, getting to +2. Warping in extra Stalkers. And he's going for the kill. Going for the kill, going for the throat. Setting up more stasis traps. Let's go the stasis traps. And it does take a lot of getting used to playing against this style. I mean, there's a reason why herO did go for the earlier observers to help deal with some of them. Another stasis goes off. Once again, going for the dive. And MaxPax, he will tie this up. We will be going to the two-set ace match. herO trying to hold on, but it's a numbers game at this point. He just cannot keep up. Not with this kind of supply, not with this kind of deficit. The DTs were good, but in the end, not enough. There's Revelation on the Dark Templar. A lot of Hail Mary play there for herO. And GG gets called. MaxPax ties things up. We're going to game 3. GG. Whew. GG. Will a stasis trap trigger on a non-detected DT? No. You do need detection for it to trigger. Just like how you need detection to stasis borrowed units as well. Here we go. Here we go. We're jumping into the ace match. Here we go. Yeah, good. Yeah, the trap is not a detector. Trap is not a detector. Otherwise, you wouldn't need the revelation. Here we go. We're getting into our next game, into the ace match. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylines, we have our Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming, fighting back and tying up the series We'll see if he can go all the way. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself from South Korea, representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Let's go. And again, I feel like that last game was just a good showcase of how PvP has changed ever since the November patch, or I guess October patch. Again, because of the change to the NG overcharge, because the introduction of NG overcharge, it does kind of actually buff these Oracle openers even more, which MaxPax is known for, to the point where if he's able to preserve his Oracles, which he's amazing at, we just throw down fields of stasis traps. This is applicable to actually a lot of matchups nowadays, to not just PvP, it has also influenced and impacted PvZ and PvT as well, when it comes to Stargate openers in general, and Oracle-based play. But I feel like it's probably impacted PvP the most. When it comes to just the amount of stasis traps that you see, it's can be pretty intense and pretty insane. And again, hero's aware of that. That's why hero did open, and he was quite reliant on his observers. But at the same time, MaxPax was also catching some of them as well. And we saw that hero, he didn't really have an observer aggressive across the map, so he was still struggling with those stasis traps. And with that MaxPax, this time it's his turn. Gate expand. Let's go. MaxPax going for the greediest opener you can go for. herO on the flip side going for a gate into Cybercore. herO, he scouts, he confirms that MaxPax has gotten away with the greed. And now the pressure's on herO to punish. So here we go, Stargate open out of herO. We should be seeing a Stargate at MaxPax. Welcome one and all. Once again, we got here in game 1. We skipped it in game 2, but this should be the beginning of Phoenix Wars. As Stargate is on the way, MaxPax he's aware. Stargate now on the way for MaxPax as well. Phoenix Wars have begun. Here we go. Now again, Phoenix Wars, they can be really intense, as you saw previously, like one bad fight and that can cost you the game. We saw that, oh, herO, he does open up Oracle. We mentioned before, this is a very risky maneuver, and MaxPax, he scouts, he confirms he sees the Oracle. I was going to say that going for an Oracle opener does kind of rely heavily here on your opponent missing this and not being aware. This is going to be a difficult game here for herO. Not impossible, but difficult. So Krona's at the first Oracle, now into Phoenixes, but this tells me that herO is going to be down a Phoenix. Oh boy. It's going to be down Phoenixes, or the Adepts do move out. Shading to the main, they are denied. The Oracle will defend, not bad. Cleans up the Adepts. Adepts are cleaned up. MaxPax does have a worker lead. And MaxPax also has a Phoenix lead as well. Now here, he's aware of this. He knows that he's behind in the Phoenix count, so he has to be more defensive. Meanwhile, second Stargates are on the way for both players. Both players get into the second Stargates. If herO can sneak out across the map, then this Oracle can be worth it. But it is heavily reliant on that. Dep gets one probe. And one worker goes down. Oracle making his way across the map. And back at home, there is a shield battery. So the pulsar beam is not going to be enough. And here he does hide his Oracle for the time being. Again, the Oracle is not safe at home, so it has to hide it. Phoenix is moving out. herO, very bold move. He's being active here. Gets a probe. Gets a probe, shades into the middle line. He's trying to force a, I mean, he does force a lift. Doesn't quite find the opportunity though. Does catch a Phoenix. Oh, tries to at least. Gets one. Yeah, MaxPax out of position. Nicely done here by herO. Likewise, takes trap into the main. And herO, just like that, takes a lead. Does take a lead here. Again, he was able to wedge himself in between the main army and the production. So got one Phoenix. And one Phoenix sometimes all it takes. MaxPax now is more attentive. He does protect his production. Again, 10 to 9. Oh, herO here extends. Bleeds out one. And not the fight to take here. It is going to be brutal. Trades are even, but again, herO, he did miss control. He did miss rally. He was in a good position. Despite that, herO still has a 1 Phoenix lead. Still up by 1. Now pulls away. Fleet being in production here for MaxPax, working towards Phoenix range. And Fleet Beacon not too far behind for herO. So we're calming down, we're settling in. We do have 8 and 8, so we're even in Phoenixes currently. We are even. And as we saw, like, there is some nice positional play you can go for where you can try to like wedge yourself in between like the production and try to camp the Stargates or catch reinforcements. That's also why you can see MaxPax throwing down pylons. Like, it is so crucial here that you get vision on as much as you can on where the army is, or where the Phoenixes are. Does catch the probe. Probe goes down. A very ambitious pylon here from MaxPax. MaxPax even throwing down a pylon in the natural. Let's go. And again, there's a reason why you can be so cavalier with these pylons is because there's nothing that shoots down. Like, you don't want to waste your gas on an adept or a stalker, so we have to make a zealot. Zealot will slowly clean this up. Phoenix range finishing up in 10 seconds. MaxPax, he wants to make use of that timing. He's moving in. And he's up in upgrades. Shoots first. Ooh, gets one. Massive pickup. He gets one already. Yeah, herO out of position. He wasn't ready. Extra shots going up. And MaxPax, he should be able to take this. Oh, I say that. Reinforcements on the way. Oh my god. They do trade. 9 and 6. herO, he does come out on top. That's the dangerous thing about fighting on your opponent's side of the map, is that the reinforcements, the production does kick in faster for the defending player. That's the defender's advantage. So here he did reinforce in time. So towards the end of that fight, herO, he was actually up in Phoenixes. Still even. I mean, I should say still slightly ahead for herO. Gets into the mineral line. Picks up 4 or 5 probes. From here, he gets the hell out of there. Pulls away. herO still up 2 Phoenixes. If you're curious, why is he up 2 Phoenixes production? herO, he's been on 3 Stargates for longer. So he's making 3 Phoenixes at a time. Meanwhile, only 2 at a time for MaxPax. Oh, the ship is on the way. herO trying to camp that Stargate. Oh! Trades, 1 for 1. Moves in. Still has a Phoenix advantage. herO, you just take the fight. You just take it from here. Gets 1. Yeah, and he will overwhelm. herO, he will take it. GG gets called. herO, he will take the series 2-1, eliminating MaxPax and advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. Hi. GG. Very intense back and forth. Again, herO towards the end there, towards the kind of final quarter of that game, he was up a Stargate. He had 3 Stargates to the 2 of MaxPax. That's why herO was up 2 Phoenixes. He was outproducing MaxPax and of course punishing the economy, and with that did flex his Phoenix advantage. GG well played. herO does claim the series, and herO does advance on to the finals. Did the Oracle ever get used? It got used once. I mean, technically it defended against the first 2 adepts, but if you remember, the moment where, oh, I should also Make sure I don't get left behind. The moments where herO caught the first Phoenix. If you remember, when he went in between the army and the Stargates at the beginning of the game, there was a reason why there was an opening there. The Oracle did stasis trap the main base at the same time. Didn't get anything. He got one probe. He stasis trapped once in the main, got one worker. That's it. That's all he got. That's all he got. But that was the only other time the Oracle was used. So he killed 2 Adepts and stasis 1 probe. But with that, GG. GG, well played. As we have the upper semifinals getting ready for us. Again, MaxPax, he's eliminated. herO, he does advance on to the grand finals. And it looks like we have a TVZ between Clem and Solar, as Solar takes down Cure 2-1. Yo, that one stasis probe though. But Vetoes are underway. And we are getting ready. It revelated the Stargates at one time. True, true. There you go, there you go. Aye, aye, aye. But with that, GG. GG, well played. With that, hero's in the finals, and we're going to be going on a short break. Vetoes are underway. Once they wrap up, we can jump into Clem versus Solar after the break. See you soon. See you soon, Pappy. See you soon.